NCN, the working committee of the Naga national political groups, today extended an invitation to the breakaway NSCN-K faction headed by Nemlang Konyak to join them in the ongoing peace process with the Government of India as an equal partner. In a communication addressed to Yemlang Konyak, chairman of the new NSCN-K group, the convener of the NNPG working committee, Kitovi Zimomi, said they are glad to welcome the group to join them in finding a negotiated settlement of the Naga problem. The NNPG working committee, which represents 7 Naga rebel groups currently engaged in peace talks, said it was pained at the recent rift within the NSCN-K in the Naga areas in Myanmar. Significantly, Zimomi said in his letter that the Government of India and the NNPG Working Committee signed a document with the government titled Agreed Position and Preamble in November 2017, where New Delhi agreed to let the Nagas determine their future based on their political and historical rights and their district identity. Well, in his letter, Zimomi also said the ongoing negotiations also involve the interest of Nagas in Myanmar in areas such as cross-border movement and so on. Zimomi hoped Yungang, who heads one NSCN-K faction in Myanmar, would move forward with understanding and rational moves. And to know more on these, we are being joined live with our editor-in-chief, Wasbir Hussain. So, Wasbir, this is indeed a big move in context of the Naga peace process. So, your thoughts on this, Wasbir?
Yes, Priya, these are fast-moving developments in the Naga insurgent politics. We all know that the NSCN-K had suffered a split last week, to be precise, on 28th of June, when the Myanmar-based NSCN faction precisely suffered a split, and they have now. There was a lot of confusion after that split. Now, things are getting slightly clearer. As you know, the 7 Naga political groups, that means 7 Naga underground groups, are negotiating with the Government of India under the banner of the Naga national political groups as one entity, and the NSCN-IM as another distinct entity. So there are 2 entities talking to the Government of India at this point. Now, the NNPG, which represents 7 Naga insurgent groups, today have written a letter to the new faction of the Myanmar-based NSCN-K, Nyamlang Konyak, asking them to join them in finding a negotiated settlement to the Naga problem. This clearly means that Kitovi Jimomi, the convener of the working committee of the 7 Naga national political groups, is inviting Nyamlang Konyak faction of the NSCN-K to join the peace process and discuss with the Government of India as to how to solve the Naga political problem. And this, he said, that they should join the peace process as equal partners. If the Nyamlang Konyak group now agrees to join the peace process, that means it will become 8 Naga national political groups which will be talking to the Government of India. But this is only an invitation. We don't know what will be the response of the Nyamlang Konyak group. Now, most significantly, Kitovi Jimomi in his letter has also said that the NNPG working committee has signed a document with the Government of India in November 2017 titled Action Points and Preamble, where the Government of India, according to Mr. Jimomi, has agreed to resolve the Naga political problem based on the Naga political history and their distinct identity. So this is a significant development. And another significant development which he has said in the letter is that the discussions with the Government of India, during the discussions with the Government of India, they have also raised the interest of the Nagas in Myanmar. Particularly, they are concerned about the cross.
All right, we have lost our connection with our editor-in-chief, Wasbir Hussain. We'll try and connect it once again. All right, we are once again connected with our editor-in-chief, Wasbir Hussain. So, Wasbir, another interesting thing is that both factions in Myanmar have been accusing each other of operating at the abyss of Indian authorities. So, how can we look at that in context of this invitation, Wasbir?
Well, let us not go into the allegations and counter allegations. The fact number one is that NSCN-K has suffered two splits in the last 2 years. The first split was in 2018 when Jung Yang, the nephew of NSCN-K founder SS Kaplang, had impeached, Kanggo Konyak, forcing Kanggo Konyak and his loyalists to come to his native Nagaland and join the peace process. That was the first split. The second split took place on 28th of July, that is last month, that about a week from now, about a week ago, when, the three top leaders of the NSCN-K, self-styled Lieutenant General Nimyang Konyak, his deputy, the commander-in-chief of the group, Nikki Sumi, and another leader, they held a meeting. They decided to quit the Yongyang group, decided to impeach him, and they have elected Nimyang Konyak as the president or chairman. After that, the next day, Yongyang faction, struck back. They expelled the trio, and now that has resulted in allegations and counter allegations, with both sides accusing each other of indulging in corruption and collecting money for individual gains. That is the sharp allegation. But apart from the NSCN, IAM has also said that they are not happy with the factionalism within the Naga rebel groups. And today, the working committee of the Naga national political groups have also said that they are pained at the rivalries within the group in Myanmar. And they have called upon Yongyang to approach with a lot of vision and with a lot of caution in the days ahead for the sake of Naga peace. That is what the letter contains. But significantly, the letter has extended an invitation to the Nimyang Konyak group to come and join the peace process, indirectly according legitimacy to the breakaway NSCN faction headed by Nimyang Konyak.
All right, Wasbir, thank you so much for all those details. Meanwhile, rattled possibly by two splits in a span of 2 years, the Myanmar-based Yongyang faction of the NSCN-K has said it is ready to resolve past differences and reiterated its commitment to uphold the spirit of oneness and brotherhood among Nagas. In an appeal last Monday addressed to Naga tribal bodies, church organizations and civil society groups, Yongyang, a nephew of the NSCN-K founder SS Kaplang, who now heads a faction of the rebel group, said Nagas have so long failed to achieve their national objective because of party politics and rivalries which have kept different groups apart. Well, the 47-year-old Yongyang, who was educated in Manipur, did not mention or indicate what he meant by resolving past differences and with whom, but said resolution of past differences would be possible under the banner Nagaland for Christ and with the objective of Naga sovereignty. Yongyang's appeal comes barely a week after three of his top leaders, self-styled Lieutenant General Nimyang Konyak, Deputy Commander-in-Chief Nikki Sumi and senior leader Inno Starson Lamkan, revolted against him. In fact, on July 28, following a meeting chaired by Nikki Sumi, Nimyang Konyak was appointed President and Starson Lamkang was made General Secretary, indicating a split in the outfit. The trio were expelled by Yongyang the next day. In 2018, the NSCN-K had suffered its first split after Yongyang impeached incumbent President Kanggo Konyak, who has since returned to Nagaland and joined the peace process. In his appeal on 3rd August, Yongyang once again accused Nimyang Konyak, Nikki Sumi and Starson Lamkang of indulging in corruption and collecting taxes amounting to crores of rupees for themselves. He said it was time for Nagas to introspect deeply and move ahead to achieve its goal.